Hello and welcome. Welcome to the preview of 2021 Feng Shui, the year of the metal ox. Today we will go through a brief overview of Feng Shui, and I will set out follow-up previews so that I can go a little deeper with some more specifics, like the 20-year cycle, how the yearly cycle influences you, what is a Kua number, about more about your personal magnetic alignment with the planet and more. So we will go through those details uh, during other previews. So let's look at the process of feng shui in general and the year's energy. So the energy of 2021 supports taking actions to break through obstacles and old limitations. It is also time to let go of the past and past challenges and start fresh and focus on new solutions. We have gone through a lot of changes over the last year, and a lot of changes have been coming for the last few years. And in the next few years, we will go through more changes globally. So our focus is to look at realignment. Our focus is to look at what benefits us and the planet moving forward. And thinking about how we can do more things on a daily basis that boost our vibration, help other people, and at the same time help the planet. The cycle that we are moving into now, and we are going deeper and deeper into it in the next few years, this particular cycle does not support the old ways of a greed-based mentality. It's taking us, or it's forcing us, when we are not in alignment, to move toward a more unified society, toward a more unified consciousness and global harmony. Because like seasons, art also goes through different seasons. Feng Shui is one of those seasons. It brings in different yearly cycles. It brings in the 20-year cycles. It brings in the 12-year cycles. So all these different cycles interact with us in different ways. And there are many other systems that also work with us and interact with us in different ways. So as we go through the year, the first thing is we need to disregard all the things we see outside of us, understand that's happening, not running away from anything, but we need to align and focus on raising our vibration. Now, I have mentioned this many times that a lot of times, when we look at the range, like let's say this is your lower limit, this is your upper limit for anything, relationship, health and wellness, healing, abundance, prosperity, income, or regardless of what you think about, there is a lower limit and upper limit. A lot of the disharmony that we are facing as humanity, as a collective, they may reside within these two limits. When we rise above these and we go here, a lot of the old issues can dissipate very, very easily. We have done that in the past, and we need to do that now more than ever before. So for that reason, we need to really think about collaboration and raising our vibration as we go through life and as we go through our days. Regardless of what you do with today's information, and whether you set up the feng shui and holograms and not, uh, you want to make sure you run some of the cosmic vortex energies, use some of the holographic tools, use some of the star energies, keep running the clockwise cosmic energies. There could be all kinds of energies, holographic tools, star energies mix, or just think about rose energy for love, emerald green energy for healing, golden energy for abundance, starry blue energy for spiritual alignment. Keep running these energies through you and then through your family, home, office, business, and gradually expanding to your city, state, and the entire planet. So when we can do at least that throughout the year, collectively, we will help boost the vibration for us and others. So when we do that, then we raise the vibration on the planet. So 2021 is another transitional year because they will also bring in a lot of rapid changes. Many of our technology will change. Many of the ways we do things will change. And, it is important for us to keep asking the questions that what we are doing, what we are using, are they helping us? Are these products or processes or materials helping my body? Are they helping the planet? Are they helping people, plants, animals? So keep asking the questions. When enough people can make choices and use products and purchase products that help them, help others, help the planet, then we will see a bigger shift on the planet. So we can either change and allow things to be in harmony, or we can be forced to change by, a push from the earth or the cosmos. So I like the first one, let's learn through self-realization. Let's change ourselves so we can enhance our lives. So feng shui actually helps you to do that because it brings in the vibration that's beneficial for you and your property. So you can be at a higher level of consciousness. You can attract things more easily when you focus on them, and then you can help others too. So let's talk about feng shui briefly. What is feng shui? Feng shui, or the true feng shui, is an ancient system of science and mathematics and expressed in the form of art. So when you look at objects decorating space, understand these objects have vibration. Feng Shui, interestingly, has become or transitioned from a system of math and science into interior decoration. It's not that. However, people who are very aligned, when they do interior decorations, and I've known some people like that. One of my friends is very much into interior decoration. She has a company, and she told me she doesn't believe in the system of feng shui. And then when she decorated my home in California, I showed her the calculations. Look, this is the calculation. These are the grids. That's how you rearranged everything in my home. So you did that by intuition because you're aligned with the flow of energy. So when people are in alignment, automatically they do many things through intuition. Feng Shui actually helps to bring in information in your home or office or business so that you can create or attract more success, abundance, prosperity, enhance your career, have better relationship, heal faster, and grow more. So the purpose behind feng shui is to reprogram your space. The decoration is secondary. Although when it's visually appealing, it always, makes you feel much better. Okay. So it's not just about placing some objects or, having your, uh, let's say, bed face in certain ways. A lot of people have misconception about feng shui. It's not about that. And certain souped up models of feng shui make a lot of assumptions and want people to do things in a particular way, and not maybe understanding that it depends on where people are. Information is dynamic and information needs to change. One size doesn't fit everybody. You cannot just put all the beds facing north or all the doors facing south or east. Depending on where you are, there are geometric energies that are influencing you. So feng shui, follows a geometric pattern of how information flows through your system. Understand these energies that feng shui is talking about and the elements that are being used, like earth, fire, water, wood, metal. These are certain quantum vibration. Different states of energy holds different information. Different products hold different information. Different quality of products hold different information. For example, when you eat an apple, you get certain vitamins and nutrition. When you eat an orange, you get something else. When you eat broccoli, you get something else. You need many different types of information for your body to be healthy. So your space, in a similar way, needs different types of nutrition or information, uh, so that the energy can be more beneficial. And energy is energy, it's not good or bad, but certain energies will empower you in a certain way. And based on your alignment, certain energies may not empower you. So the idea is you do what is beneficial for you to boost your vibration, to raise your vibration, to help your business and career and your family. And when you do that and maintain that energy, you can create more success faster. So does the system actually work? Yes, the system has been used for many thousands of years, and it's been used all over the world. Even though the Chinese system of feng shui is the most expansive and most it compasses most of the details, but a similar system has been used in Southeast Asia. These systems have been used in South America, in Europe. The proofs are there. People who know the information, they can detect that when they walk into an old castle, and they would know that based on the arrangement, how the king's or the queen's palaces, rooms, offices, they were all feng shui properly. Even the crowns the kings and queens used to wear, they used to be feng shui properly based on the crystals on the head. People who knew the information could do that. For that reason, we have seen through history that, let's say you have a great king and a queen, and the next generation would mess up everything wearing the same crown. But for the next generation, the alignment was not correct. The crystal alignment was not correct, so they were not in their power position. So a lot of different types of feng shui has been used, all over the world for all kinds of things. Yeah. So now let me talk a little bit about why these types of object shapes and colors are used. They bring in different frequencies. The color red, when you know from the spectrum of the sun, the color red has certain wavelength, it has certain information, sound harmonics, color, certain frequency. Color blue has something else, color violet has something else, orange has something else. So different colors are bringing in different information. Different shapes are bringing in different information. Different products made with different materials, wood or metal or water energies, they're bringing in different information. So you're bringing in different information, meaning different frequencies and vibration, and you're placing them at different parts of your home or office or business so that non-beneficial energies can be transformed and beneficial energies can be amplified. That's the foundation behind it. With holographic feng shui, what I do is I bring in the same information, calculation, geometry, and a lot of different symbols too, and I place them in the field of your home, but not necessarily in the physical dimension. So where a water fountain is supposed to be at your home or office, based on traditional feng shui, the fountain and the codes that create the water flow energy, they will still be in your space, but you won't see it. Because the thing in today's world is, a lot of times we cannot meet what the traditional models are asking us to do. You may be blocking the front door with a fountain, or in certain parts where you're not supposed to do something, but that's the only way you can do it, and that's the only place where you can put your bed. And so all of these information that's difficult to do in today's homes and offices, they can be transformed using holographic feng shui, because regardless of the objects, the programming in your space will be different. So the information about your magnetic alignment can be harmonized using holographic feng shui, instead of you having to change your the direction of your desk for your office, or move into another room for your office because the one that you're in does not support your energy. So instead of going through all the extra trouble, why not reprogram it? Why not bring in the colors? Why not bring in the codes? Why not bring in the geometry and the influence of the elements, so that they could be with you in your space, but they don't have to get in the way? Yeah, so that's the difference between the traditional model and the holographic model. And the other benefit is really, um, the holographic model can bring in solutions that traditional models have limitations to in, like empty lines and temple lines. In the old days, temples were placed on temple lines so that there won't be any relationship, because temples, churches, places of religious places did not want relationship energies there. But if your home has some of those temple lines, that means you're focusing on that vibration, and then a lot of times disharmony takes place when it comes to relationships. 0 degree, 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and 360 degrees are temple line. 0 and 360 sound the same, but they are on a different angular rotation. 0 is here, 360 is here, same spot, but slightly different. And so that's why, I talk about both of them. They're not energetically, they're not the same. And number wise also, they're not the same. So the other thing is, this is also fractal energy. What you see at a small scale works for a larger scale. The feng shui for one room, can also will, if we expand it, it will also be a feng shui for a home. Then there's a feng shui for a city or state. Many ancient cities use feng shui. So feng shui works at different levels. And then globally, also, if you look at the world map, you can place the flying stars and the feng shui grids and see what's happening. Many ancient masters, and even not, I don't mean ancient masters, but many feng shui masters and grandmasters calculate global energies in advance, because they know how to place the grids on the planet, and then they calculate all the ways different energies are interacting: space feng shui, time feng shui, yearly feng shui, and more. Okay. All right. So where, where is holographic feng shui used? Um, it's used in many different places. We have private homes and offices all over the world, using holographic feng shui. A lot of doctors' offices, rental apartments. Sometimes we get questions, if you're renting an apartment, will it work? Yes, well, for rental apartment, I set up for the apartment Plus, I set up a base level for the building itself so that it can hold the energies. I have feng shui set up for some garments industries, for some computer retail stores, electronic retail stores in some countries, then public and private schools, daycare centers, corporate offices, hotels, a lot of healing centers and healing studios, also farmlands in primarily in Australia, Hawaii, and I think somewhere in Africa. I'm gonna have to double check. But the energies are used, the holograms are used in many different places. So each year we can create more. Um, I call these like acupuncture points on the planet, so that the energy is more in harmony. And when we have more and more of these spots all over the world, these spots can hold higher vibration for the entire planet. All right. So let me talk about different types of feng shui briefly. The first thing is there is a space feng shui. And when it comes to feng shui, most people and a lot of feng shui practitioners, only talk about space feng shui, and they do the programming of space feng shui. Now, that's only one part of it. Space feng shui is about 10% of everything. So space feng shui is, it has to do with directions and everything. Let me actually show you a picture, and this will make it easier for you. So space feng shui, it has to do with directions, east, west, north, south, and the center. And different directions are connected to different energies. And those energies are interpreted in different ways. And the closest would be some of these, you see, travel, career, knowledge, family. But understand, these are different energies that are influencing us. So, thousands of years ago, masters who created the systems, they looked at how they're influencing us, which areas they're influencing us more, and they came up with names, including the names of different years of the Chinese New Year's, which is connected to the energetic year. And a lot of these names are so that we can remember them more easily and we can relate to them more easily. Okay. So this is a general layout of space feng shui. And if you want to place this on top of a country or the planet, understand that the orientation here is different. When you look at feng shui diagrams, usually east is on the left and west is on the right. And then you see north at the bottom, south on top. Maps are usually, well, not usually, maps are done so that east is on the right, west is on the left, north is on the top, and the bottom is south. So if you want to use it for the world map, then you do need to make it look like this. Now it looks funny and upside down, but now this would correspond to the map of the planet when you look at the whole planet image. And also when you look at a country image, you can look at this. Okay, so let me put this back, but I'm just giving you the idea so and it's clear, because if you're placing this on the eastern part of the world, then your calculation is going to be off. Okay, so this is space feng shui, and these colors represent what energies activate some of these sectors. So north is generally represented with blue energies and water energies, south with a lot of red energies, red, orange, bright yellow, so the red fire colors. And these are also the elements. You have water element here, fire element here. So notice these elements playing in different ways. West is more metal, east is more wood, southeast is more, now it goes into small wood, like more like plants, big earth, small earth. So, then there are some additional names. We don't have to go into too much of those details, but just look at the colors. This is, if you're using traditional feng shui, this is how a place would be arranged with objects, information that would correspond to the energy of the different sectors. So what would represent fire energy would be here. What would represent water energy would be here, right? So what holographic feng shui does is, I have the information of these, this is called the bagua, of this diagram, and with a lot of the encoding of different symbols, colors, shapes, and objects. And also in your home, I actually place like energetic shelves on top so that you won't bump into them. But there are holographic shelves where I place different objects, that would represent different information. So this way, when you need some more water energy, information is there, the vibration is there, the object is there. When you need more earth energy, the information is there, the color is there, the vibration is there. So this way, your home, office, or property, they are arranged in different ways. When you send setup requests, if you have a home office, when you fill out the information about your front door direction and everything, mention that you have a home office, because then, I also give your home office a boost. And then, business and residential feng shuis are a little different, because for residential feng shui, you're looking at all these, different types of energies. For business feng shui, you're not necessarily looking at marriage or relationship or love and harmony. Well, yes, you're looking at harmony, but unless you are a dating site, you're focusing more on relationship with customers, clients, repeat buyers. How do you serve your customers? How they can spread your word? So you're bringing in different energies in different ways for um, space feng shui for residences and businesses. Okay. All right. So that's more about space feng shui. Now, I mentioned this is still a small part of space feng shui. The other 90% of space feng shui is actually more about advanced space feng shui. And I have some of that information on my um, website, where I mentioned about what type of information will be beneficial for you, because there is um, different types of energy grids. So let me show you so it makes it easier for you to follow. All right, so this is more about the advanced space feng shui. Now you saw the diagram for the foundational space feng shui with the colors and different types of vibration. The advanced space feng shui is more about different stress lines going through the planet. So they're influencing you in different ways. And also some of these are natural lines, like every similar to latitude and longitude, there are what's called these Hartmann and Carty grids. When they intersect at different angles, they can create a positive vortex, sometimes a negative vortex. When it comes to geopathic stress lines, when you have a lot of constructions, they can create a lot of geostress lines, and they can create negative vortex. Negative vortex is something you certainly want to avoid, because it's downward spiraling, draining energies. So you want to correct it. So what I do with holographic feng shui is, um, I reprogram the orientation and the line so they hit more at a perpendicular angle, not in other ways, so that it becomes a positive vortex. Okay. And then I talked about temple lines here too. There are also empty lines, and there are a whole bunch of them. The feng shui guide that you will get with the setup will have more details about the empty lines. Those are these. They kind of create a void, so you don't feel like doing anything, and you don't know what to do, and you're confused. Suddenly, your field is weak. So a lot of that happens, and on the streets, a lot of accidents happen on the empty lines because suddenly people lose concentration. So understand, a lot of these lines are all over the world. A lot of them occur naturally, like similar to, as I mentioned, latitude, longitude. These lines exist. Some of these exist because of a lot of constructions, or things that happen. They are causing different types of stress. Yeah. So when different lines combine, they can create different types of energies. So the space feng shui that I set up, that would harmonize a lot of these lines and negative vortices, and they would convert them into positive vortices. If you've never set up holographic feng shui, then your um, spreadsheet that you will get will actually look like this. So you get something like this, and here you have some of the before and after measurements. So what was the energy level of the property before setup and after setup? Obviously, the dates will change. When I set up, then I will put the dates and the number of geostress lines you had on your property, um, number of all of these negative Hartman lines, negative Curry lines. So they get neutralized. And when setup is done, these should have zero in them because they have been corrected or healed and transformed. Then interference lines, there are other zones. So, feng shui setup does all of that. And that setup includes, I mentioned 1 mile. I actually do more than that. Now I do like 2 mile radius. So I look at 2 mile radius around your property and do some atomic structure alignment, do some healing for the planet, for the location, flush out a lot of non-beneficial energies. So not just you benefit, the whole area benefits. The feng shui is set up for your property, but the deep cleansing is done for the 2 mile radius. Then I also do some bioenergetic detox, then healing and clearing some of the entity attachments. So entities formed, meaning things that shouldn't be there, maybe stuck energies, maybe there are things from other dimension, other issues. Anything that doesn't belong there, let's heal, harmonize, and send back to wherever they need to go. Yeah, so that's the idea. So then we have, a hologram for the uh, space feng shui, also hologram for Qua number alignment. Now I'll talk more about that later at another preview. But that's the number that's more for your magnetic alignment. So in feng shui, you if you know more about it, and you have gone through calculations, you may have been told, or you have found out from the charts that there are 4 directions that influence you in a positive way, 4 directions that influence you in a negative way. So that's because of the Qua number, the based on your date of birth, your magnetic alignment and your energetic alignment on the planet, for the year. These numbers are calculated. Okay. So I'll actually send you some guides so that, or I'll make them available so that you can learn more about them. I know some of you who have some PDF guides from the past years, you have seen some of them. I'll make some updates for the new ones, a little behind schedule, but I'll make them some updates and then I'll send those to you. And then, I set up a 20-year cycle and the 1-year cycle, which is the 2021 metal ox hologram. And also the setup is about how they each interact and how they combine. So that's why as the energies change every year, their interactions change because there are different types of energy and information. Yeah. All right. So that's more about space feng shui and the advanced space feng shui. So let's touch briefly about time feng shui now. So time feng shui has to do with what's known as flying stars. Okay, so let me show you another image. And you've seen some of these images on my website too. You can go there and look at them if you are not sure where these images are. They will also be on your feng shui guide. So this is the image this year for the year of the metal ox 2021. These are the positions. They're not just random numbers. Last year, 7 was at the center. It was 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the grid. So follow the numbers: 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how the geometry flows. And that's how the information, the arrangement of the flying star flows. Next year, 5 will be at the center. It will be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4. So everything minus 1, right? So what does this mean? When you look at this diagram, again, east is here on the left and west is here on the right. When you look at this diagram, think about how it falls on your floor plan. Where is your front door? Where is your bedroom? Where is your kids' bedroom, if there's any? Where is your office? Where is the kitchen? Where are the bathrooms? So just think about your space. Put this on top of your home. Certainly, use the proper direction, and then notice what information you have here. Now, why are they in different colors? I put them in different colors to represent the element. 6 and 7 are metal elements. 6 is an empowering flying star. 7 is a disempowering flying star. Why? Well, they're just different energies interacting with you in different ways. Nature has different cycles, right? Fire is beneficial for cooking, but fire is not beneficial when it comes to burning areas or forest fire. Sometimes, although there is a purpose behind it, but same energy information can be used in different ways. So there are many different types of energies. We want to look at what is empowering for us and amplify those. And we want to harmonize or neutralize the ones that are not beneficial for us. So luck is at the center. So certainly you want to boost luck, right? Think about what's at the center this year for you, or in general for your home or office or business. Now 6 and 7, they are metal energies. 3 and 4, they are wood energies. So they are in green. 8 and 5, they're more earth energies. And then you have fire energies, you have water energies. So based on the energy, the colors are different. So when it comes to 2021 feng shui, what the holograms do is they harmonize the non-beneficial energies. So 5, 3, 7, and 2. What I do is, and I work with a lot of ancient feng shui masters on different planes and different cosmic energies, bringing in different information, and then we calculated different holograms and set up different holograms. So many years ago when I started the process, that's how it started. Each year I make adjustment to all the holograms so that they can bring in the information and solutions based on the energy and influence that's on your environment and on the planet. So what happens is the 5 star that's traditionally it's known as a disaster star. I don't like that energy, so I call it a lost star. It's much nicer than using the other name. So the hologram transforms these energies, brings in solutions, changes the codes, and you can turn loss into gain, or you can neutralize it. Okay, so this is connected to earth element. And if you know about elements, what weakens earth? You want to weaken it because this is not beneficial. You want to empower or boost or amplify 1, 4, 6, 8 because they are beneficial, right? So that's how it's calculated. So 5, earth energy is weakened by um, what? Is weakened by metal energies because metal drains earth energy. So traditional setting would ask you to put wind chimes there, 6 hollow rod metal wind chime. So the idea or the symbolism behind it is it shows the universe you're pulling earth energies and weakening it. So the hologram brings in the calculation to neutralize the 5 energy here. Then when it comes to 1, this is 1 water energies. You want to boost it because it represents attracting rapid success, abundance, and prosperity and solutions. So we want to boost it, and traditionally, there would be blue color objects or something that represents water would go here. Water feature, water fountain will go here. You know, and this may be your bedroom. You may not be able to replace, your bed area with a water fountain, right? But in the hologram, the holographic feng shui will have the water energy, the water code, and different geometry here to boost the energies. 3 is another non-beneficial flying star. It represents wood energy, so we want to neutralize it, and we want to transform the energies of conflict into collaboration. So traditionally, if you're if you are used to using objects, then you would place something here that would neutralize wood. So what would neutralize wood? Fire burns wood. So uh, you would put some fire energy items, red or orange color objects. Shape of the fire, it's more triangular shape. So you would, a traditional feng shui would ask you to use different shapes and colors to neutralize it. The feng shui holograms brings in the information and a lot of other energies too, so that you can transform this into collaboration. So we don't just focus on uh, reducing the effect. We focus on how to transform this so that you can receive more benefits. And then these 3 you activate. 4 is more wood energy. It stands for romance, family, wisdom, and growth. It's wood energy, so you amplify wood energy. How do you amplify wood energy? With earth, because earth supports wood. With water, water supports wood, right? So traditional feng shui would talk about bringing in those solutions to amplify the energies. So you can actually figure out easily, and I may do another preview about this too, what elements would enhance something or weaken something based on your needs. Also think about you, right? Based on, if you know your element based on your birth year, uh, then you know what element you are a part of. If you are water, and if you're wearing clothes that don't empower water, then you are weakening yourself. If you are metal and all you're wearing is bright red all the time, then you may be weakening yourself. So notice how using the elements that are empowering you, using those as your colors for your space, and notice how they can empower you. Yeah, so when you understand the mathematics behind it, it makes more sense. So six, as I mentioned at the beginning, it's metal energy. So you want to boost the metal energies with metal element or earth element, because earth produces metal, right? So Feng Shui hologram takes care of that. It energizes luck at the center. It brings in different qualities of those energies. And then again on eight, and that's a long-term prosperity, a long-term relationship, wealth, success, happiness, everything long-term. So that's in the west sector. The hologram would amplify those energies with what's beneficial here. And again, the holograms, when it comes to setting up the holograms, there are multiple levels, right? The foundation space feng shui, then the time feng shui, the yearly cycle, then the 20-year time feng shui cycle. So I look at all those um, calculations and then adjust the information. Because let's say, um, this is six luck for the, if you moved into a home from, let's say, anywhere between now and going back to 2004, you are in period eight. So eight is at the center, then eight and six are here, right? Then look at the other energies. So how do all those interactions work? Then there is also monthly cycle. I don't go into that much details, otherwise this would be a day-long preview. So we look at simplifying things. My task is to look at all these codes and information, and how do I make it simple and easy so that you don't have to do much. It becomes almost like a drag and drop process for you, or just double click something or click something, launch something, you're done. Okay, so have it set up, you're done. So I do all the setup for you, all the layer by layer. So then when you get the spreadsheet that I showed you, then you will notice the before and after measurements there. And on the last line, we have 9 fire energy for multiplying, and then we have 2. The traditional name is illness star. I don't like that name. I just call it mishap. So let's look at harmonizing this. This is more earth energy. So calculation would help to shift the energies in your favor. This is misfortune energy. Again, it has some scary traditional names. So this is more toned down. So it makes it much a lot more empowering, because there are a lot of traditional names, a lot of systems used that I just don't like, because I don't want people to connect with those energies. But then, I want to. Sometimes it's a little tricky. Like, how do I convey the message if I'm not using those terms? And how do I make it softer, right? So we want to harmonize these energies. And again, this is metal element. If you're looking at the cycle, what weakens metal? Water, right? Water rusts metal. So water weakens metal. Traditional feng shui would tell you that place water objects here, blue color objects here, wavy objects here. They all represent water. So you are neutralizing a lot of the non-beneficial 7-star energies for your home or office or business. So instead of that, we reprogram the space with all that information. So it's just much easier for you, and you don't have to keep buying, new items every year, because, then you want to start fresh. Okay. All right. So that's, the basics of what I wanted to talk about today. So you have the space feng shui, you have the 20-year cycle. I'll talk more about it some other time. And then you have the annual flying stars. The flying stars for yearly or monthly or 20-year cycle, they look similar, but the positions are different. And so they just move different. Monthly one changes every month. 20-year cycle changes every 20 years. The next major cycle change coming up is in 2024. So a lot of usually they come with a lot of global changes. So when we look at the world map and place them on top of the world map, we can notice the broader picture. So the idea behind feng shui is to let it support you and support your home office business so that you can do what's beneficial for you and you can really boost the energies so that you can be in your alignment and you can attract or manifest more easily. Now, before I do any Q&A, I'll do more of a space clearing for you. So what space clearing is, it's basically clearing out of space, right? So think about painting your home. Before you paint the walls, you want to make sure it's clean. Now, before you bring in new furniture, you want to make sure the home is clean. So that's why I also mentioned before the energy change for the year, make sure your home is clean. You're allowing new energy, or you're inviting new energy and information with open arms by welcoming it with high vibration. Also, when your space is not cluttered, it is clean and organized, it empowers you and boosts your vibration. So if you have a lot of clutter in your space, then take like different rooms, different weekends or different days and go through it. Now, don't just think, okay, tomorrow, between 9 and 3, I'm going to do the whole house. You may be somebody like that. Most people are not. And then tomorrow never comes, like a James Bond movie or something. So um, take small chunks and clean up. Take your computer, clean up. Not just the look of it, but clean up the files, digital files. Look at your phone, clean up digital information. So why digital? Because in today's world, everything is very much connected. Feng Shui is a software for your property. It's a software on the planet. So there are different vibration coming in, and it's like a plugin that's going in. And there are these 9 different plugins that are coming in when it comes to flying stars, and they're rotating, almost like a clock. Every year they're rotating, bit by bit. So you can look at them that way, as technology. So it makes more sense because our brains understand technology more these days. So the way you clean up your home, make sure your computer, that's also your digital space, your computer is clear, your phone is clear. Clear meaning non-beneficial information are not there. Like before I started this new year, I cleaned up, I think, like 10,000 emails. And yeah, I know, for me, like emails pile up, like, and there's a lot of emails from many different years that I know that I keep for a certain number of years, because they have to do with the company and um, different programs. But then there is so much that comes in, and I think, okay, I'm just going to clean up some other time. Then they build up. So I'm just talking about that. So look at your digital space, look at your office, look at your bedroom, look at your living space. Look at your kitchen and clean up more. Right. All right. So that's mainly what I wanted to mention today. If you have other questions, you can always email support@lifeharmonized.com. After we are done with the space clearing journey, I will also open up the line so you can um, ask questions. I will not record that part because the preview will be uploaded to YouTube. So feel free to ask me any questions that you're not going to be on YouTube. Okay. And let's begin our journey and processing for space clearing. Let's breathe in and out deeply and gently. You can close your eyes. And in your mind and in your heart, picture your home. It could be home, apartment, wherever you live, whatever you consider to be your space. Picture that space. Picture the layout. Picture the rooms, bathrooms, closets, kitchen, living space, and everything else. Picture the walls, inside and outside. Picture the space around your property. If you're in an apartment, picture the whole apartment in the area. So let's identify this property. Notice it getting highlighted. Maybe it has a green highlight or golden highlight. Simply picture it. I'm going to first run the rings of harmony for all the rooms and then the entire property. If you have the holographic tool, the rings of harmony, activate it with me for your property. Also think about your digital space. If you have a website, appointment booking system, anything online, all of your profiles, resumes, and everything else, focus on running the rings of harmony for your digital space, all your files and folders. Notice dirty water coming out of your space and going into a universal recycling bin. Dirty water represents non-beneficial information. Let's focus on every item in your home. Allow the deep cleansing and detoxing to happen for every item. I'm also going to bring in cleansing energies through all of your walls. Picture them getting cleansed, they're becoming brand new. Items absorb information. Your walls absorb information. Your conversation, your thoughts, your feelings, everything get imprinted on your walls. They get imprinted on your mirrors. Mirrors hold very powerful reflective vibration. Let's have the energies move through the walls, through the floor, through the ceiling. Notice the energy spiraling through all the closets, all the drawers, and everything that's hidden. Notice the water is getting clearer. There's no more dirty water coming out of your property now. In your mind, if it's clear, it tells you with a visual that you are complete. Let's now run rose energies through the property. Notice rose energies spiraling through every wall, through every window, through the doors, through the rooms and closets and bathrooms. I will use the holographic program Perfect Health and Fitness. Allow it to spiral through your home. Notice the energies. I will use the holographic program Restore Inner Abundance. Allow it to spiral through your entire property. Allow it to flow through your digital space too. Notice your home lighting up in bright, shiny colors. Notice your sensations. Let's breathe in and out deeply and gently. Let's come back to your present moment. Rub your hands together and gently open your eyes. Welcome back. Thanks for joining. When I do other previews, I will send out the announcement. Also, once the new guides are ready, you will get a notification. So if you have placed your feng shui setup order, then once the energy settles, um, I'm assuming around next week, then I'll start to set them up in the order I have received them. So if you are still waiting, then you can start now. Either choose a new option if it's a new setup, or an upgrade option if you're upgrading from a previous feng shui setup, holographic feng shui setup. Now, even if it's an upgrade, I reset up everything, the whole process every year anyway. But I just call it upgrade since you have it, since you had a different setup. All right. So that's available on the site. So do take a look at it, especially if you have not done any setup in the past. It'll be empowering. Also, if you have home office, then as more people are focusing more on home office and doing things from home or remotely, it will be empowering to have your space support you so that you can boost your vibration, you can be more creative, and you can focus on abundance more easily. So when you have the setup, it will be very, very empowering for you to tune into the property, tune into the hologram, just think and tune in, and then keep running some of the holographic tools for yourself, for your home, because you want to keep giving yourself a boost. The more you boost your vibration, let's say by love is power, restoring our abundance, liquid luck, restoring our magic, perfect health and fitness, with some of these programs, the more it is easier for you to attract more solutions and possibilities, because you are calibrating your field with different holographic programs to connect with different options. So thanks for joining me. Wishing you a lot of magic, and I hope you have a great year. I'll see you for other journeys, and also, on YouTube. Do take a look at some of the different journey videos so you can play more with some of the creation energies. So take care and have a magical rest of your month.